Hey, Brian Boyle here, and welcome to episode 23 of The Mesh Tongue. And welcome back, folks. If you're just joining, you've never seen any episodes, this is where I talk about all things running related. And do sunglasses make you run faster? Rest and ankle braces, training routines, you name it. And speaking of rest, that's what I'm going to talk to you about today is rest. Why is rest so important? Well, if you're like me and you've ever tried going out and running 7 days a week after week after week for say 20 to 25 weeks in a row, you've probably gone through the ups and downs of injury, and you know exactly what that means when you say, gosh, my legs just feel like they've got nothing left in them. I just feel exhausted. I'm getting sick, run down, tired. The races just aren't as fun as they were anymore. The training becomes more tedious. The irritability factor kicks in. Your friends and family are all pissed off at you because you're all irritable, and more so than usual if you miss a run or something like that. But the little things just kind of pick at you. And what I found through years and years of training, through the mistakes that I made with not resting, was that rest, and what I mean by rest is true rest. I don't mean like cross training, like cutting back mileage and just getting like 3 miles instead of 9 miles or 15 miles. I mean actual true rest. Is actually probably more beneficial than most people would realize. Whether it comes in the reality of, say, sleep, like Arianna Huffington and her Sleep Revolution book, or the TED Talk. And I don't necessarily agree with Arianna on everything, but I've noticed that as I have aged, where I used to be good, okay, and I say good in air quotes because I really wasn't, with say 4 hours of sleep, going through and undergrad and graduate school, working and owning businesses and getting these 4-hour nights, thinking that I was just fine, and realizing that I was kind of walking through life in this zombie state, even though I was running and working and doing all these things, just not at my best. And I realize now that rest days, at least 2 rest days a week rather than running 7 days a week, work better for me now. And then also that sleep, getting that 6 to 7, 8 hours of sleep, and it depends. Everyone's different. I feel worse actually when I get 8 hours of sleep, and it is very strange. I'm usually good at 6.5 to 7. I feel at my peak. But if somebody needs 8 to 10, by all means, you got to read your body. But I think that's where we really need to look at is the rests. What works for you? So for me, going from 7 days a week of always being on and training to 5 days a week, and those other 2 days being mindful of getting enough sleep, stretching, okay, hydrating, making sure that my diet is in order, doing the things that will help build towards this this training cycle that I'm in, but making sure that I am actually resting. That doesn't mean that today I'm going to go out for a 10-mile power hike. If I do try and go out to ski right now, because we're having a ridiculous winter in Utah, by all means, if you ski at all, you got to get out here. This is absolutely crazy. But on the side note, skiing will get into the way of running and training sometimes, but those are the sorts of things that you've got to kind of factor in and factor in where you're at. But even that isn't really much of a rest, because it is working the legs, and it could be leading me to being more tired in the rest of the training. So it is one of those things that I would say, be mindful of that if you are building rest in, that you're actually resting and not just filling that space where you say, well, gosh, now I've got this extra hour or two today, now what do I do? Because it's very common. We start going crazy. We're like, well, I got this extra hour. I should fill it in with something. I should go, I should go swim, or I should go bike, or I should go do something, burn these calories off, this excess energy. In reality, when you say, maybe I should save that excess energy, okay, and allow the body to actually do what it needs to do, which is heal and mend thyself. Those are the sorts of things that need to occur. So please, if you can take anything from this, get your rest, Figure out what that means to you, whether it's getting your extra sleep if you're not sleeping much. Again, too much sleep I think goes to the other extreme, okay, to the not so, not getting enough sleep kind of spectrum. But the reality of it is that I think we could probably do better resting. All right, I had a friend that was always saying in college, better to be well rested than well prepared, and I'm not sure that I agree with that and everything, but maybe there's some truth to that. So, hey, Brian Boyle here. Thanks for checking this out. As always, go to runpainless.com. There's more information online there. Check the videos out at the Mesh Tongue. This is episode 23. Hey, share this with your friends and family, your training partners, but whatever you do, don't go hurting yourself to come back. Thanks. Talk to you soon.